In parts of Texas, emergency rooms are overrun by coronavirus patients, scenes many in the U.S. thought were behind them. But experts say this is a crisis that is overwhelmingly borne by the unvaccinated.
People who are unvaccinated should think about their own health, that of their family, but also the community responsibility to crush this virus before it becomes even worse.
And cases are skyrocketing across much of the South. Arkansas has reported its largest number of COVID-19 hospitalizations since the beginning of the pandemic. In Florida, cases have increased fivefold over the last month. And along with Texas, these states have some of the lowest vaccination rates in the country, their governors at one point banning mask mandates. But doctors say their unvaccinated patients run the gamut of the spectrum.
I will say that there is a level of distrust of either the medical profession or certainly of politicians amongst those individuals. And I think the most unique thing is that if you watch media coverage, you're led to believe that this is all a phenomenon of Republicans, or you're led to believe that this is a phenomenon of Democrats. And in between that, there's some sort of fight related to personal liberty. And what I find most interesting is a dichotomy that, in fact, I see both populations in the intensive care unit.
The U.S. is now seeing 10 times the number of coronavirus cases it had in early June. The 7-day average for daily new deaths has doubled to 500 over the last 2 weeks alone. All this as the highly contagious Delta variant spreads among the 50% of Americans not yet vaccinated.
But if you give the virus a chance to continue to change, you're leading to a vulnerability that we might get a worse variant, and then that will impact not only the unvaccinated, that will impact the vaccinated, because that variant could evade the protection of the vaccine.
The Biden administration will begin mandating vaccines for the U.S. military next month, but it has so far stopped short of doing the same for government employees. Instead, they will be subjected to frequent COVID-19 tests, meant as a deterrent for the unvaccinated. Yasmin Al-Sabawi, TRT World, Washington.